How's it going, Hawks fans? Welcome back to another parking lot preview. Me, Mike Najarian, along with Tim Brown. We're here at Lowell Park in Cotuit as we get ready for a matchup between the 3-2-1 Hyannis Harbor Hawks at the top of the Cape Cod League West Division, taking on the Cotuit Kettleers, who are 1-5 at the bottom of the West Coast Division, or the West Division. Tim, Hyannis lost last night at home. Was kind of a tough game all around, huh?
Yeah, definitely a tough look for the Harbor Hawks last night against the Wareham Gatemen, who they beat on opening day 7-2, I believe, was scored in that first game, but 12-6 last night in the loss. Wareham's offense has seemingly heated up a lot as we get into the start of this season. They've won 3 games in a row now, and the Harbor Hawks trying to get back in the win column here at Cotuit.
Yeah, was definitely a couple errors in the field last night also hurt the Harbor Hawks. But right back at it tonight against Cotuit. Tim, who's Cotuit got on the mound tonight?
Well, the Kettleers, they're going to be starting Reed Mooring. He was a Hyannis Harbor Hawk last year, pitched to a 3.52 ERA before going over for his third season at UC Santa Barbara, where he pitched to a 2.55 ERA, his best year in collegiate ball, but unfortunately only made 7 appearances for the Gauchos last season and struggled with an injury towards the middle, missed all of March and most of April. So then he came back, played his last start of the year against USC, went 5 scoreless innings against the Trojans, an impressive end to the season for him, and we'll see how he does going against his now rival Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, for the Harbor Hawks, they got Trey Beard on the mound. On opening day against Wareham, Will Libbert got the start, went 4 innings, no earned runs, struck out 6 hitters. Trey Beard got the start in Game 2 for the Harbor Hawks. He also went 4 shutout innings, struck out 6 batters. Looking for Will Libbert last night against the Gatemen, pitched into the 5th inning. If you're Trey Beard, you're hoping you can pitch into the 5th inning as well, follow your previous starter again. He had a great first start for the Harbor Hawks after spending some time in 2024 in Hyannis as well. What's he going to have coming up here with the Cotuit offense?
Well, the Cotuit offense has not been hard to start. You mentioned their record, 1-5-1, I believe.
1-5.
1-5. That's a rough record to start out. The only player with an OPS above 700 right now for the Kettleers is Ryan Farber. He is kind of like a wood to the fire for this team.
Okay.
He's steady, but they need someone else to ignite the flame and get this team burning up. And I think a couple of candidates for that would be Jaron Advenchula. He showed a lot of power with Cal in his sophomore season. He's a double machine at heart, but hasn't really shown that so far here, trying to spark himself at Lowell Park. And then the backstop, Jack Natilli, he performed really well with his power stroke for the Cincinnati Bearcats this season in the Big 12, and we'll look to see if he can step up here as Cotuit tries to scrap for their second win of the season.
Yeah, Hyannis on offense. They did have a productive day yesterday. Did have plenty of hits, just as head coach Mitch Carricker said after the game, they just didn't get the timely hits when they needed to. That's part of why they lost last night to Wareham. A couple guys did have big games yesterday at the plate for the Hawks. Chris Rembert being one of them. Hit a 3-run home run in the first inning. Had a big day at the plate. He's been on a nice little run for the Harbor Hawks as of late. Jackson Willits also in 2 games since joining the Harbor Hawks. He's gone 2 for 3 with 2 walks both times. He's been really effective. So obviously still plenty of threats in the Hyannis lineup that the Cotuit pitching staff is going to deal with. But Tim, let's go to give me a score prediction and give me a player of the game prediction.
Well, score prediction day, Cotuit struggling a lot to begin this year in Hyannis, really trying to get back in the win column after a tough loss last night. It feels like they're going to come out with a spirited win today. I'll give it 6-2 Harbor Hawks. And my player of the game, I'm going to stick with my gut, and I was right yesterday with Chris Rembert.
Absolutely.
Hitting that 3-run homer in the first, and as you mentioned, a 4-for-4 day, a double, and a pair of singles. Other than that home run, he was stranded at third base 3 times last night. So you'll look to see him score a couple more runs today with the bats flowing behind him. I'll take Chris Rembert to be player of the game once again.
All right, yeah. Hyannis, obviously, they're ahead in the West Division by just 1 point over Falmouth, so they need this win today if they want to stay on top of the West Division. I think the pitching staff is really going to have a bounce-back day today after their first real struggle of the season yesterday. So I think Trey Beard is going to start it off in the rotation. They're going to do a good job of limiting the Cotuit offense. I think the Hyannis offense itself, they're going to come up with a couple big hits today after not really getting a whole lot yesterday. Give me a 6-2 Hyannis win. And player of the game, you talked about Chris Rembert. I really like what I've seen from him. I really like what I've seen from Jackson Willits as well. But I'm going to go kind of outside the box here, following the lead of Matt Ford-Wellman yesterday. He picked Brody Briggs as the player of the game. He's not going to be in the lineup today. He's been splitting time with Von Lackey behind the dish. Give me a breakout game for Von Lackey. I think he's going to have a couple hits, maybe drive in a run or two. And he's got a really good arm, so maybe he throws out a couple base stealers as well. So 6-2 Hyannis win. Von Lackey, player of the game.
All right, Mike. Well, I think there's only one thing left to say.
I think you're right.
Go Hawks!